I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back. And there's no way I would put this story on my channel without leaving you all with some lessons learned and some advice, especially for my younger viewers. But I'm telling you, this gets a little crazy. Okay. Alrighty then. So it's our friend Aaron's birthday. Rest in peace, Aaron. We love you. We miss you. It was his birthday and he invited a bunch of us from school over to his house for his birthday party, which was Friday night. My crew of friends, I'll call us the A squad, we decided to just hang out after school before we go to the party so we can all come to the party together at the same time. So after school we decided to go to Brittany's house, and at Brittany's house, you know, we're hanging around, goofing around. There's probably like 7 or 8 of us. Brittany tells us a story about her dealings with a Ouija board with her cousins, and her cousins were so creeped out by the Ouija board that they made Brittany take the Ouija board out of their house, and Brittany kept it in her house. I don't remember who exactly, but one of our friends or Brittany suggested that we play with the Ouija board right then and there. And I was very curious to see, you know, how it worked, if it worked at all. I'm not afraid of spirits. I know spirits aren't all evil like people want to believe. Brittany's apartment was very well lit, windows everywhere, and we were like, no, we need this to be more intimate. I think the Ouija board was a glow in the dark one, so we're like, okay, let's all go into the bathroom where we can like have it glow in the dark. So all of us didn't fit in the bathroom, so I think maybe like half of us, a little more than half, were actually involved with this part, and we're asking like dumb questions. And one of my friends in particular, I'll call her Katrina, she would not stop laughing. There's no way this is gonna work if you're not taking it seriously. And I was very serious, like I was taking this so seriously, but she just thought the whole thing was hilarious. So we're asking stupid questions, you know, and a few of us, we have our hands on the little thing. We can't really tell if someone's pushing it or if a spirit is actually pushing it. We can't tell because there's so many hands on the thing and so many of us are not taking it seriously. So at this point I'm like, okay, forget it. Like I'm not gonna be able to have a genuine experience with the Ouija board today, not with my friends, not while they're having the giggles. Now we're just goofing around asking dumb questions, and someone asks, will there be a fight tonight at Aaron's party? Let me backtrack a little bit. So I believe the week before, one of my friends in the A squad got into a fight with a girl from the B squad, okay? Aaron, he was really popular, very well loved, and we expected that they would come to the party tonight. So we were wondering if, you know, if our presence plus their presence would, you know, make some sort of fighting happen, especially since I felt like my friend and the other girl from B squad had unfinished business. It was a legit question. It was probably the only serious question that we asked the Ouija board. Someone pushed the Ouija board thing to yes. Don't ask me if it was a spirit. Don't ask me who did it. I don't know. But most likely it was one of my friends. That's what I believe to this day. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So we're like, ooh, there's gonna be a fight. And we're expecting, okay, it's gonna be round 2 of the fight that happened a week ago with one of my friends and the other girl from B squad. Okay, so it's getting late, so it's time for the party. So we leave Brittany's house and we head over to Aaron's house, and we're like one of the first people to get there. We're like, all right, cool, let's just, you know, just hang out and do things that teenagers do. So we're hanging around, there's a DJ there, some of our friends come, our homeboys, some homegirls, and we're having a good time. And then later on in the evening, the B squad came. It wasn't the full B squad, it was maybe only like 4 of them, excluding the girl that my friend fought. So I'm thinking, okay, there may not be an issue. This is backyard party in September, so it was nice. The weather was nice during the day, but then as it got later on, I got really cold and I was really tired. Like, I have like the worst party stamina. I decided that I needed to take a nap at this party, and that was the first time I fell asleep at a party, but it was not the last time. So I'm like, I need to, like, you know, find me a little corner in this backyard and go to sleep. I see a white, you know, backyard barbecue chair, you know, the usual white chair, you know what I'm talking about. I see it with a hoodie on it. It was clearly a men's hoodie, and I think, oh, I think that is my friend's hoodie. My friend Selena she came with her boyfriend, and I thought it was her boyfriend's hoodie, and I'm like, okay, me and her boyfriend, we cool. I don't think he'll mind if I, you know, put his hoodie on and cuddle up and go to sleep. I didn't think to ask him because I didn't want him to say no. So I went into the hoodie, went into my little corner and fell asleep, and then I hear him going crazy, yelling and arguing, and he's like yelling at Selena like, what happened to my hoodie? What happened to my hoodie? And she's like, I don't know. And that woke me up, and I realized, oh, he's going crazy right now looking for his hoodie, and I'm wearing his hoodie right now, but his hoodie is so soft and cozy, and I'm, you know, feeling really comfortable. I don't want to get up, and I don't want to tell him that I'm wearing his hoodie, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep. And then eventually he saw me in the corner in the hoodie. I heard him yelling, oh my god, Keisha's wearing my hoodie, oh my god, after all of this, Keisha's wearing a hoodie. But then he left it alone. So I'm like, yes, he doesn't really mind that I'm wearing his hoodie because he didn't wake me up for it. So he just let me sleep, and then the party went on. I hear the music stop. Somehow when the music cut off, that woke me up. But I didn't get up, I didn't open my eyes. I'm just like aware of the music not playing anymore. I'm like, oh, maybe the DJ's leaving. Maybe the party's over? Oh, okay. So I'm just relaxing, and then I hear yelling and arguing. I'm like, that's natural, right? And then I hear crying, and I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Then I get up, and I see my friend, I'll call her Alyssa. She was crying, and like there were like some of our homeboys were like holding her back, trying to calm her down. And I go up to her, I'm like, Alyssa, what happened? And then she goes, Keisha, Charlotte hit me in the head with a bottle. And I see this cartoon lump on her forehead. I'm like, whoa. There's no way Charlotte hit you in the head with a bottle. Because I know Charlotte. Most of my friends didn't like Charlotte. Most people thought she was annoying. I liked Charlotte. She was an acquaintance of mine. And I knew her. She was like really prissy, you know, like not the kind of girl who want to get her hands dirty. So I'm like, there's no way Charlotte hit you on the head with the bottle. And she's crying. She's like, well, I didn't see it, but everyone said it was her. I'm like, I'm gonna do some investigation and find out. So I don't know if you're familiar with East Flatbush houses, but for the most part, a lot of my friends are in the backyard, and then a lot of the B squad were in the front yard at this point. So I'm like, let me go find Charlotte and ask her if she really did hit Alyssa in the head with a bottle, because I truly didn't believe it. So I go run to the front, and I find Charlotte, and she's crying. And I'm like, Charlotte, you hit Alyssa in the head with a bottle? And she's like, no, everyone is accusing me of doing that. I would never do that. I'm like, I believe you, calm down, I believe you. I'm gonna find out what happened. I don't know who I thought I was. I don't know, I always put myself in situations like I'm the mediator or something, like I don't know. So I'm like, I'm gonna find out what happened, it's alright. I run back to Alyssa, I'm like, Alyssa, Charlotte said she didn't hit you in the head with a bottle. And then she's like, well, who hit me in the head with a bottle? I need to fight, I'm gonna fight somebody. Somebody hit me in the head with a bottle, my head is ringing. Like, this is a problem, it's a problem. I'm like, alright, we gonna figure this out. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna interrogate everybody from the B squad and find out who did it. I see a big commotion in the middle of the street. By the time I get to the street, the commotion is like over. Apparently, my friend Katrina, the same friend who was in the bathroom laughing when we're trying to ask, oh, you know, is there gonna be a fight tonight? Same one who's dying laughing is the one who was in the middle of the street fighting. And she was fighting a girl from B Squad. Call her Monica. It was very dramatic and like West Side Story-esque. Tell me how both of these girls had knives in their hands. They were swinging knives at each other like they were swords. By the time I actually get close enough to like talk to anybody, it's over. There's like cars stopped in the street because they can't get past because all these kids are in the street. I find Katrina. I'm like, Katrina, what the hell? What just happened? And I see she has a slice in her sweater, but there was no bloodshed. It was just the sweater, so she was okay. She was acting like it was nothing. Like, I don't remember what she was saying, but she was like, yeah, I just fought Monica. Yeah, we had knives. And apparently that was her first fight. I'm like, what are you doing with that knife? She told me that she got the knife from Aaron's kitchen. I'm like, what? That means this fight was like building up, and it was like because she thought to go into the kitchen and get a knife, right? At this point, Aaron's mom, who was like our chaperone, like arguing with Aaron, and she tells us, okay, she's gonna call the police if we all don't go home. The police came, so she must have called the police. I don't know when she did, but she must have called the police because the police came, but they didn't seem too pressed. They were just speaking through their horn saying, get off the street, go home. All the kids just walked away in different directions. I don't know where everyone went. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. A lot of the people were walking around the streets just trying to find out what was going on, like trying to like just get the drama, trying to get all the tea. So I find Monica from B Squad. I find Monica and I see she got $150 and I'm like, whoa. And I was like, whoa, that was from your fight with Katrina? This is what she was telling everybody. She's like going back and forth, and when I came back, I sliced myself in the face. And I was like, oh, okay. This won't end well. I mean, it's already gotten kind of crazy. Someone got hit in the head with a bottle, has a cartoon lump on her head. Someone got sliced in the face. This is not gonna be good. After seeing that on her face, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna even worry about trying to find out who hit Alyssa in the head with a bottle right now. I'm not gonna find out. You know, hopefully we can move on with our lives come Monday when we go back to school. Wrong. So it's Monday and we're in school and like everything seems to be cool, you know. It's like the end of the day. Maybe it's like about to be the last period of the day, and I'm walking with my friends. Well, we're walking to a class and we see a big crowd of kids in a corner, and like clearly it's a fight, and we're like, oh, who's fighting? We didn't expect it to be anyone from A Squad or B Squad. We just expected it to be some underclassmen. But no, Charlotte attacked Katrina. Yes, Charlotte, the one who I was defending, saying no, she didn't hit Alyssa in the head with a bottle. She was the one who attacked Katrina, the one who got into a fight with Monica, and Monica ended up with a slice on her face. Again, I'm always getting to the fights at the end of the fight. So when I get to the end of the fight, I see it's Charlotte, and she's like huffing and puffing, like feeling really proud of herself. I'm like really disappointed. I'm like, really? Like now I'm second guessing. Did you really hit her in the head with a bottle? Now I don't know. Like, so now my friend Alyssa, the one who got hit in the head with the bottle, she's like really mad because she feels like all of this happened as a result of her getting hit in the head with the bottle, and she still doesn't know who did it. So she's like really frustrated, and we just push her into a classroom so that she's not like, you know, causing a scene in the hallway. So we push her in a classroom. Mind you, a class is about to start. The classroom that we pushed her into was my class, actually. And she's huffing and puffing, like going crazy. The teacher's like, A Squad, can y'all get her out of here? Like, she's interrupting class. This is ridiculous. But Keisha, this is your class, you better stay here. I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna go and help calm her down. Because honestly, I felt like my friends would probably like hype her up a little more, even if it's not on purpose. And I felt like I don't know who I thought I was. I felt like I could be the one to, you know, actually cool everything down, you know. It didn't happen that way. So we took her back out into the hallway because now all the kids are in the classroom, so we can be alone in the hallway. So we take her in the hallway, try to calm her down. It didn't really work. And then my teacher came back outside and says, so listen guys, if y'all don't go to class right now, I'm gonna have you guys go to the principal's office. Keisha, come inside. I was like, no, we're gonna go to the principal's office. We're gonna go to the principal's office because she's about to have her nervous breakdown. She's going nuts. She's like, Keisha, is that your final answer? I said, yes. Why are you putting all this pressure on me? Like, the rest of us are out here too. But so we go upstairs to the principal's office and we tell the principal what happened, and he's like, okay, all right, bet. And my principal is like, okay, so what I'm gathering is that you are all drinking and smoking on Friday night, and the drama that ensued came back to school today. You are all suspended. You're not coming back to school until your parent comes. And then we're dismissed. And at this point, it's the end of the day, so we go home with the rest of the school. And I'm like, what? How are you just gonna suspend us for that? Like, what? How could you suspend us? We didn't do anything. Our friend is the one who got attacked. Alyssa got attacked at the party. Katrina got attacked in the hallway. Why are we getting suspended? And mind you, B Squad didn't get suspended. If they did, I don't recall, but I don't think they got suspended. So I go home and I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, tell me how they gonna tell me I can't come to school tomorrow. I can only come back when you come back so you can speak to the dean. So you can speak to the dean. And she's like, what? That's not, you can't suspend someone like that. I need to be notified from them. I'm like, right? That's not true? Okay, so I guess I'm not suspended. And she said, and she asked me what happened, and I said, oh, you know, and one of the girls attacked one of my friends in the hallway, so there was a fight, and they suspended everyone who they believed to be involved. So yeah. She's like, okay, no, you're not suspended. Go to school tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to school, and as soon as I get into the building, the security guard tells me, turn around. I said, excuse me? She says, turn around. You're not allowed to come here until your parent comes. I said, my mother wasn't notified of this. My mother works. And she's just like, basically she was just like, I'm just a security guard. Don't shoot the messenger. She's like, nope, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm like, what? I was so offended because I was on the student council. I was second in my class. You know, I'm like, you know, super involved. I was on the track team. Like, I felt like, yo, I'm the ideal student here, and you're gonna tell me that I can't come to school? I'm suspended because my friend got attacked in your hallway. I was so upset. I called up my mom, like, mommy, they kicked me out the building. You have to come. So my mom leaves her classroom. You know, my mom's a teacher. My mom is pissed. And we sat down with the dean, and my mom has a little like a student handbook, and she smacks the student handbook down on the dean's desk and points out, you can't suspend a student without notifying the parent. It's the de facto suspension, something like that, whatever, something. My mother, yeah, she pointed out the page and the article and the A, B, you know, column, all that. Yeah, my mother was on it. The dean was like intimidated by my mom, you can tell. He says, Keisha was at a party and there was alcohol and marijuana. I'm like, my mother was like, what? That really low Angela Bassett dramatic, what? I was like, oh, hell no. And I knew it was over from then. So basically, that was the first time I ever got like really grounded. Like, I've gotten in trouble for dumb stuff before, but that was the first time my mom said, Keisha, you can't go anywhere until you take your SATs again. And that was another 6 weeks. So I couldn't go out for 6 weeks. Mind you, this is my senior year. So yeah, that's the story. We don't know for sure, or at least I don't know for sure who did it. I never got any sort of like, you know, reassuring confirmation who did it. Alyssa, she had a headache for about a month or so, like, but she's alright. Monica, her face healed well. It wasn't very deep. So here's the moral of the story. If you know that someone who you have serious issues with is gonna be somewhere, you don't have to be there too. You can avoid the situation. That doesn't make you a punk. It just makes you intelligent. You don't have to be at every party. You don't have to be that girl. You don't have to be that guy. It's okay. There's gonna be another party next weekend. It's alright. Don't put yourself in danger. Simple as that. A bunch of 17 and 16-year-olds at a party, barely supervised. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Especially if there's people there who already don't like each other. I'm hearing so many stories of, you know, fights and someone accidentally gets killed. That's a real thing. You can really die in a fight. Our bodies are really resilient, but there are points where our body just can't take it anymore, and that's actually how my friend Aaron died, whose party was. That's pretty much how he died, in the fight, like a year after this. That's a whole another story. I wasn't there, so I'm not even gonna talk about that too much. But you heard about the different people who've been in the news lately. Kids are killing kids left and right these days, and it's like, when we're young, we have this mentality like we're immortal, and it's because we haven't experienced enough to really understand the consequences. This event really helped me to learn consequences. Not only are kids not really understanding and appreciating the value of life, but too often they're not learning it until someone loses their life. And it's like, it's really sad. It's really sad. Thank God, you know, everyone was okay in this situation. Unfortunately, Aaron passed away in his situation a year later. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you had any similar situations, lessons learned along the same lines. What happened with you? Thanks for watching. Yeah, now I'm all about my feelings. I didn't think that I was gonna get like this afterwards, but I'm alright though. Love, light, and lock.